What is good? This is Ahead of the Spread, presented by Wager Talk. We're gonna check out the two games in the NBA tomorrow. Just two games. We're gonna check out the open numbers, obviously the notable line movements, and discuss key matchups and angles. So you are ready to go with those two games. I'm Ronald Cabang. Got Skee Profit here with me today. Before we get into those games, though, we always talk about how we did today. NBA not great for me. I went 1-2. I had the Lakers and OKC over. Not really sure how that did not go over after that first half. That it was kind of crazy. I did get the win with Toronto on the spread, and then I ended up losing Denver. I had Denver minus the 6. Um, so second halves weren't nice for me in those two games. How did you do today, Ski? Or did you even touch NBA?
No, I didn't bet the NBA today. I'm not gonna lie, after Saturday, did a lot of celebrating. I was slow to get up Saturday morning.
Yeah,
And
Houston, huh?
yeah. I loved every second.
Well, I can't believe Duke couldn't even inbound the play. Like inbounding the ball was the toughest thing they had to do that in that last like minute, dude. It was crazy.
Hey, you got that experience, man. Houston hungry, man.
You know.
Hey, I'll say this: where I was at, I think I was the only person betting Houston, man. Maybe
Were
there
you
was
at the?
one other small group.
Oh, you weren't at Westgate.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you were.
Entire sports book was going for Duke. The
I seen.
halftime, they so happy. They just high five and yeah.
They thought it was over, huh? That was crazy. Yeah,
But yeah,
you
no
were
NBA
probably.
for me today, man.
So you was out all night celebrating.
Oh yeah, I was having a night. I should have bet the Lakers. That's why I didn't get up early enough to bet the Lakers. So that's my bad.
I should have went Lakers team total instead of the over in general, but man, it's what it is. It is what it is. They scored like 150 points in the first half, and then scored nothing in the second. It was crazy. All right, let's get into the two games for tomorrow. I'll share my screen. All right, so we have Odds Logic. If you guys are interested in trying out Odds Logic, the odds page that we use here, you can customize your books. You got injuries and alerts. You can customize how your whole layout is basically. If you guys want to try it out, 7-day trial in the link in the description. And I don't think you need a credit card or anything like that. Just click there and sign up. So first game up, we're gonna do the Kings and the Pistons. Pistons open up at 5.5. This is already to 7.5. Still some sevens available. We look at the total; it's opened up at 231. This has come down to 230. I did look at the injuries earlier, and it looks like I mean, I think obviously the Kings got the win today, and Keegan Murray and Jake Larabia were both out today, but they are considered questionable for tomorrow. On the Pistons side, Ivy obviously out. Tobias Harris and Jalen Duren are both questionable. So we head over to themoneyballer.com. We have situational notes here for both teams. Kings, second of a back to back. They did get the win over Cleveland today. Third game in 4 nights, fourth and six. In season revenge as well. Another thing to note, this is their last game of a 6 game road trip. So they've been traveling a ton here on the east side. And then Pistons, rest advantage, third game in four, fourth game in six. I mean, I would think that there would be some travel fatigue or something on this Kings side, but they got it done against Cleveland today. So, what are your thoughts here? Is there a letdown in this spot?
Um, I'm looking standings wise, just trying to see Kings half a game in front of that last spot, so maybe a little motivation to still go out there and win.
Mhm.
Um, for the flip side, I'm looking at Detroit. They are not in danger of falling into the play-in, so they can still move up seating wise, but I think the motivation is a little bit more on Sacramento's side. So
Mhm.
seeing, I don't like the rest disadvantage, but I still think they'll play hard. Maybe Sacramento first half is a way to look in that game, but
Yeah, that
that's my
makes
first
sense.
thought.
Like before the fatigue hits, right?
Right.
Gotcha. That does make sense to me. Yeah, I was looking at. I mean, one thing to look at too. I mean, obviously it's late in the season, but I looked at how teams do after they beat Cleveland outright. They're 5-10 ATS this season. Um, so that's one thing to note. There is some type of letdown in this situation. If we look at some of the trends too, in their current spot, the Kings here in that back to back and the rest advantage. or sorry, rest disadvantage, they really struggle in that situation. 3 and 12 ATS, 4 and 14 ATS, but most of it is on the defensive side of the ball. They give it up a bunch, and it looks like Pistons on the team total this season has been pretty solid. So I mean, I think that's another way to pivot as well, is maybe take the Pistons team total over. Obviously, you think, like you said, Kings are going to be really motivated, so maybe the full season trends don't play into this as much. But I could see it going over, or Kings first half makes sense as well, as far as like motivation and kind of taking it before the fatigue hits. But I would think that Kings team total over, sorry, not Kings team total over, Pistons team total over could be a solid situation here. Um, Let me just check what it would be. Kings 118 and a half, 119. That seems kind of high. Seems kind of high. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't know. That one's tough. It does seem a little bit high, but they did get those numbers here in a little streak here at home. So maybe they come back home and get their offense going again. But not sure if I'm gonna get to the window. Any last words on this one?
Negative.
All right, let's move on to the second game here. That's Philly and Philadelphia and Miami here. Get to the main page. This did open up minus 12 and a half for Miami. And we have up to 14 and a half at BetMGM and one of the PPHs. Minus 14 pretty much available across the board. 213 total open, and this is as high as 214. There are some 213 and a half still available. Injuries, we got, I mean, Sixers, obviously they have a whole bunch of guys who's out for the season, but some of the guys who are available that will be out, Yabusele, Oubre, Drummond, they're out for tomorrow. Justin Edwards and Kyle Lowry is questionable. On the Heat side, Jovic and Love are out. Highsmith, Hero, Wiggins, and Burks questionable. If we go over to the moneyballer.com situational notes here, we do have in-season revenge, double-digit in-season revenge for the Sixers. I don't think that means much in this situation, though. They have failed to cover 9 straight games before they covered against Minnesota the other day. On the Heat side, they are in a bounce-back spot. They did lose outright to Milwaukee. I think that game went into OT. Yeah, that game went into OT. Fourth game in 6 nights as well. I mean, they were on a pretty good streak, but they've lost the last 2 in a row. What are your thoughts here, Skee?
You couldn't pay me, man, to bet 76ers. Like, this
No.
is the definition of tanking
Yeah.
on this team. I don't even remember the last time they covered. So, absolutely not, bro. There's no number. You'd have to give me 20 something to consider the 76ers. He still have a lot to play for. I know
Mhm.
expecting them to win by this big of a margin after overtime game doesn't seem like the best thing to do, but
Mhm.
you really want to have your money on Philadelphia? Just
Yeah.
take a look at their game log. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
It's crazy. So if you look at their situation too, I think they might be one of they obviously 26, 51 and 1 ATS on the season. Like if you're just blind fading them, you made a ton of money. And one of those
Mhm.
profitable situations, home favorites is one. The other is road dog, 8, 19 and 1 ATS on the season. Obviously, the Heat not that great either, um, but not as bad as the Sixers here. For the most part, both teams kind of struggling defensively in these situations. Sixers for sure. Opponents 46, 31 and 1 to their team total over on the season. Um, if we go to the last 10 games, you can see a big gap between both of these teams' offensive rating, defensive rating compared, between Heat and the Sixers. Effective field goal percentage allowed 30th, that's dead last in the league. A lot of things just pointing to the Heat winning by margin in this situation. You can see here's one thing I know: 3-point shooting. Obviously, above the break three is not high volume, but they hit at a high rate, and the Sixers are really struggling to defend that right now. So yeah, I can only look towards the Heat in this situation, or even yeah. pretty much heat or nothing. All right, that is two games. That is it. Quick show today. Skee, any last words, and then head over to the top looks.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. A lot of people in here helping, cap the games or just supporting the show. Always want to let you guys know we appreciate you. Um, Top looks for the show. This is tough. I mean, I guess I'll lean Sacramento. I'll lean Miami right now for the two games that we talked about. Um, they do still have. I mean, playoffs right around the corner. What is it? The seventh,
Mm-hmm.
like a week, a little bit more than a week, something like that away. We do have that wager talk special for the playoffs, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to remind everybody. Or my bad. You could go to your top looks and then I'll say what I'm gonna say.
Okay. For me, top looks. I think Pistons team total over. Trends pointing it in that direction, but I think the one that I like more, I do think that Miami's probably going to win by margin tomorrow. That would, if I was to bet something, that would probably be the one that I go with.
Well, what I was gonna say is, with playoffs around the corner, I have been number one in playoffs the past couple of years. Past 3 years overall, it says I picked up 203.44 units in the playoffs. So if you'd like to be involved, you guys know where to find me.
Yes, sir. Playoff ski. That's what it is. Playoff ski. All right, yeah. So and you have your play up for tomorrow as well, right? For the championship game.
Oh yeah, yeah. My top play is locked and loaded for the championship, man. You know what to do.
Yes, sir. I don't have mine yet. I don't know if I'm gonna bet anything. I did the tournament has been very profitable for me, and I don't want to lose in the last game. If just in case I'm wrong, I don't feel confident in it. I think this is a really great matchup. I will be rooting for you though, Ski. So hopefully you guys take his package and get that dub. All right. With that said, guys, that is the end of the show. Whether you fade or follow, it is on you to make that call. Good luck with all your action. Till next time. Peace.